Hello, welcome back to Total Spotfest. I'm Jamie. One of these is JJ, and with us we have two amazing guests, Chris and the illustrious return of Walter from Journey Pro.
Hi.
Yay! Jamie, I'm always to your left. If you're looking at the camera, I'm to your left. Just point to the left.
I never know, so I think it's more fun just to.
Now he knows.
It's a stick. Well, welcome back, Chris, and welcome back to Walter. It's been a while since we've had our good friend Walter back on the show here. So glad we were able to get some time with both of you here. Those of you joining in, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We are going to be talking with Chris and Walter quite a lot because this coming Friday, if you have not heard, it's probably your first time here. Hello. But if you have not heard, Journey Pro's next show, Free Your Mind, this Friday at the Agnus, or as Jamie and I like to call it, the JPA at Agnus. Just saying. But at 13th and Agnus in beautiful Kansas City, Missouri. Come enjoy live independent wrestling. Tickets still available, and we're going to talk all about it. So, Chris, Walter, how have you guys been?
Busy.
Got a chance to breathe there
Very
for a
busy.
second.
Yeah, very busy. Had a lot of things in the works, so we just, executing on all that now. And since this is coming out the week of the show, we're definitely busy right now.
Oh, for sure.
Busier than what you're listening to right now.
Yeah.
It's magic.
That's why we tape this in advance. It's like, let's get you before you
Yeah.
guys get.
No,
yeah.
It's okay. Lots of exciting things happening for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So I want to start off with one thing. You guys officially have the KC Wrestling School out there and out. Before it was the Journey Pro, but now it's the KC Wrestling School, and you are accepting new students. Is this correct? Sue.
That is very much correct. So, for those of you who are Journey Pro fans, the head trainers Moonshine Mantell and Hoodie Howlett. And we are currently, if you go to www.kcwrestlingacademy.com, you can, if that's something you're interested in doing, you want to talk to one of them about it and sign up, you can do it right there on the website. And I've had a lot of conversations here just this week with people who are interested in getting into pro wrestling.
Awesome.
So I've gotten to talk to them on the phone, so I can be like, "Why? What is wrong with you?"
Right?
No,
Do you
no,
know what
like
this
that.
really means? Come on.
Yeah.
Do you like that? No, it's cool. It's interesting because it's one of those things that recruits everyone back to like a childhood feeling of like fulfillment and excitement. These are
Right.
the people who are at the max of that. Like a lot of them are pretty nervous. Some of them are kind of wondering what to expect, and
Mhm.
what to expect is a lot of hard work with potentially some pretty darn cool rewards. So
Absolutely.
So yeah, that is something that if that's something you've wanted to do and you're listening right now, don't hesitate. We'll have a tryout date here coming very, very soon. We were gonna have one on the 18th, but that's actually we had to postpone because it's been a really, really hot June. And one of the things I've been working on is getting the place ready for you all to be in there.
For
Yeah.
hot weather inside that non-air conditioned building.
Yeah, totally. Well, it won't be non-air conditioned anymore. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow.
I was expecting some big ass fans. I was like, ooh.
Don't get your hopes up too crazy.
Okay.
It'll be semi-air conditioned, and we will be using big fans to push around that cool air. But that is a very
That
large
works.
space. So we'll see how it works out.
Hey,
We're aiming for tolerable. We are
Yes.
not aiming for if what you're hoping for is like
Your house.
Applebee's booth at 1 p.m. where you go in there and like it's like freezing fucking cold. Man, I will frequently in the hottest weather, I will find one of those shitty chain restaurants sometimes because I'm like, dude, I'm going to sit in Chili's and it's going to be 58 degrees. In there.
It's a psychology of restaurants. You got to keep it cold so that you can keep the bodies moving. You know, they won't stay longer if it's cold. Just why there's loud music always playing in the background to drown out the sound and keep you moving.
You don't have to use psychology on me. I know exactly why I'm there.
Okay.
I'm not being tricked.
Well,
I
want the cold. Give me. Let me ingest it. So.
Just give me some mozzarella sticks and get me the fuck out.
Mozzarella sticks and a fishbowl full of margarita. That's all sugar. So yes.
Oh man, and backwash by the time you get to the bottom of that margarita too.
So bad.
Yeah.
Oh, moving swiftly on from that. So, it's great to know. As I said, honest to God, we understand that, we're going to have to do some trial and error stuff. And, it's you guys' first summer in the new building. So who knows what's going to, I didn't expect you to have $100,000 full AC in system. No. But, as long as it's not 78 weeks later, good.
I think we can avoid that.
That's all. Yeah. That's all we're aiming for. Honest to God.
The surface of the sun was actually already booked for this next weekend, so we had to find our alternative lodging from that. Yeah. Do you know the story of Swiping there?
I do.
We talked about that. Okay.
For 30 weeks, yeah, because they replaced the windows the day before and didn't finish up till that morning.
Oh no, it was the day of.
Oh, it was day of. I thought it was the day before.
It was it was day of. Oh it was poorly considered. It was a bad idea.
You guys ready for some breaking news? Because we just got this text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes has tweeted Hartzell Gray, saying, "Shout out to the promo god Cody Rhodes, who I absolutely stole this line from," and Cody retweeted him and gave him
R.I.P. Hartzell Gray's mentions.
The liar.
Look at Hartzell. Part of the ownership family getting some love here. So
there you go.
I don't think Hartzell was ever short on love.
He's
frankly.
not.
I think he was. I think he was doing okay.
That's a good
that
point.
department. He was not obscure.
No. You are not wrong. And okay.
We were joking with him. Somebody tweeted something with the nice thing I said about him and was like, he's so nice and humble. I'm like, nice, I'll give you. But humble? I don't think so.
Have you met him? Actually met him?
I love Hartzell. But yeah, he knows he's the shit. He knows.
We love you, Hartzell. You with your 85 jobs, and now he's an ambassador for the World Cup or something. Who knows? So,
I mean, this is a big thing for him. For those who don't know, Kansas City is a host city for the 2026 World Cup.
I know we don't try to book too far in the future, but 4 years from this summer would be could be some good wrestling shows with some international flair. Just saying.
Fuck that. We're running Agnus as an Airbnb. I don't know what you're talking about.
Gonna have
idea.
Gonna have 17 Guatemalan families here to see their sons, fulfill national pride.
Yeah.
$150 a night, $1,200 cleaning fee.
In
the Airbnb special.
Well, how about we talk about the show? You guys want to talk about the show?
Let's do it.
All right, Jamie, you got the card up in front of you.
Sort of.
I do now. The magic of Twitters. So the very first match you guys announced was you hinted at somebody being there at the last show, and it came to fruition with the very first match you announced, and that was the defense of the Journey Pro Championship. Christian Rose is going against none other than Masha freaking Slamovich, the Russian Dynamite.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, JJ's upset. He's going to miss this one.
Yeah, for those of you listening, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be out of town this weekend.
What?
Thank you. I've long had plans. There's a reunion show, a 1-day original members only concert that I'm going to with one of my best friends from college down in Dallas. I remember 3 months ago, I told Chris, I was like, "You're not booking on the 25th that weekend." He goes, son of a bitch. So I'm not going to be there, Walter. Sorry, man.
Womp womp.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm done. I'm out of time.
Masha's going to be there. So Masha getting the title shot against Christian Rose. Christian Rose, who survived, we'll say, against had a very tough first defense. Frontman Jossie knocked his lights out, somehow walked away with the belt. And what's his reward? Open challenge, and that open challenge answered by the Russian Death Machine. That's not our name. I like
Dynamite.
Russian Dynamite.
Thank you. What do you always call her, Jamie? Oh, Russian Rogue.
I call her the Russian Rogue, but she's changed it to orange now instead of the gray. So it's the Russian Dynamite. I'll give it to her, but she's the Russian Rogue.
So it's great to see Masha coming back.
It'll be a slobber knocker, as JR would say.
Slobber. The business is definitely picked up.
Begod. Stares on and begod.
So the next match that you guys announced, which I think is got Steal the Show written all over it, and that's Kenny Alfonso going against the now second time appearance of Cheeseburger. Wow. Like, JJ, you put it very well yesterday, or when we talked about this.
Yeah, because, I look at this and I see is definitely one of those matches. I don't think it'll sneak up on you. You should know it's going to fuck because, the two guys are very similar in body size, in style, kind of, tempo. I think that it's not a complete mirror versus mirror match. Cheeseburger definitely has the experience advantage over Kenny Alfonso, although Kenny Alfonso is not no spring chicken. I think this is one of those matches that could just be, from the go, just back and forth, and it could be this should be a hell of a match. I think this match will steal the show.
Are you saying Kenny's old? Is that what you're saying?
I called Kenny. Just said Kenny was old.
I called Kenny Alfonso old. Come fight me, Kenny.
You did.
I didn't mean to say he's like a rookie because it sounded at first like
what, the PS5. Then yeah, he's older than the PS5.
Listen, I'm not going to be there on Friday. Get over it, guys. Okay, stop trying to bury me on my own damn show.
Well, it became easy because we found out that Cheeseburger was still waiting for his order at Jack in the Box from after the last show. And he was just around. He just said he's still in that drive-through line. But we had two Jack in the Box experiences with Cheeseburger. The first one, they fulfilled our order, and whatever Cheeseburger ordered broke their spirit because immediately the place closed. It was 1 a.m. And so it immediately shut down. So he was lucky he did get his food. Then apparently he and frontman overcame their differences that they, in idealistics. They went to Jack in the Box and no, did not work. They had cashed out all of their good fortune with Jack in the Box post-COVID in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Yeah, no food for them.
I'm excited to see a guy like Kenny Alfonso. We just saw him win that last man standing match, which was crazy at Headlocks for the Cure, and Cheeseburger was great. He lost to Darian, but it was a great match. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do in the ring together. So very excited for that one.
Yeah,
maybe do Whataburger this time.
Yeah, maybe.
No, the lines at Whataburger are insane.
They are nuts. Whataburger at Andy's.
Town Topic.
Oh,
Town Topic.
Yeah, that place is always busy in the middle of the night, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
And there's nowhere to sit and wait. So if you just want to hang outside and chill, I
90 degrees at that point, probably.
I'm gonna go off script here a little bit because this is what you get for inviting me back on the show.
We're talking about burger joints. I'm
gonna tell you a wrestling story at Town Topic from 3 years ago.
Oh, please, let's go.
We actually almost got in a fight outside of Town Topic with some angry townies. They were the town part, not the topic part. And they didn't know what they were getting into, but it was me and it was Tyler Bateman and Alexander Hammerstone.
Okay.
Like somebody tried to pick a fight with Hammerstone, Bateman.
Which is a bad idea.
Like, you know what?
Go for
I
it.
like our chances. I like our chances.
Do you know?
There was actually another guy there too, but he's canceled, so I'm not going to mention who that was.
F that guy.
But we had backup. We had backup. Is what I'm saying. But we had a bench like NBA Jam.
What do you remember? What preceded the fight? Was it just some idiots being drunk and stupid, or
a lot of drinks, basically? That's what always.
All right, that sounds about right.
Outside town topic problems.
Yeah. But seriously, like, if you saw Hammerstone and Bateman, would you be like,
no,
this is my time. this is the fight I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm good.
Yep. Courage was there. I admired their heart. But
brains, not so much.
Anyway, no, it's I would take Cheeseburger and Kenny if it comes down to that too. If we all have to get in a fight after the event, but I don't know. I don't know that either of them, like, they've never faced before. Obviously, that's important to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's always the interesting part to me, is to have these guys faced before, and if you face each other and you're in a new town, you can kind of redo stuff that worked in previous towns. That's old school wrestling right there, right? You can,
right?
Why not? Like, especially that pre-TV, that was very common. Now it's a lot harder for guys who are on TV or streaming or recording a lot. Like, everybody's stuff is out there all the time.
Yeah,
but you got two new people, and it could be that this is like the one of those matches that 10 years from now you're like, oh shit, do you remember when we saw current WWE champion Kenny Alfonso take on Ring of Honor's Cheeseburger in a semi-air conditioned warehouse?
Hell yeah.
And that's a story you'll tell. That is a story
I'm making that t-shirt when it gets to that level.
The coolest matches are the ones that we don't even know are the super classics yet.
Yeah,
and that you won't know for years. Like when you see that band in a small club, and then 5 years later.
I totally just got this feeling that this is going to be one of those that it's going to be, like me and Jamie, we have a handful of the matches we've seen together live, right? Our very first NWL show that we went to was the one that had the Chicago Street Fight with the Besties winning the title. It's one of, to this day, like we'll both say, it's one of the best live matches we've ever seen, right? And there's a handful of other ones that are kind of that ilk too. And I just got this feeling that this Kenny and Cheeseburger, this is going to be one of those matches that's going to be that, ooh, I got to see that, kind of match. I don't get to see it.
Except that you didn't. That you weren't there.
I will, because I have access to twitch.tv/Journey to Anarchy. I'll be watching it on stream.
And that's for everyone else, but I'm actually going to find your IP address and I'm going to blacklist it.
I'm going to be in Texas.
I'm your phone. So Texas has IP addresses. I just gotta find.
You're gonna find the IP address of the hotel that I'm at. Okay, good. All right, cool.
Brother, I just watched the net. I just watched like Dennis Miller get killed by.
If it helps,
by internet.
I am staying in Fort Worth, Texas. Worth, Texas.
In the movie, that would have been enough to lower it down enough because, a town of 500,000 people would only have one IP address in the net featuring Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Maybe we should just be safe and let's block all of North Texas.
There you go.
You're making very petty business decisions here, Walter. I don't know. I like this side of
petty or amazing.
If I have these,
a little bit of both, honestly.
If I have these skills and I use them because we didn't, to this extent and this level of felony, because we didn't get your $20. There's a chaotic neutral energy to that. Let's be honest.
I respect you for that. Honestly, that'd be amazing.
I'm here for this.
It will be a great match.
You're here for this because I appreciate the level of trolling that you do. Obviously, because I say a certain word every single show that I'm not gonna say in front of you because we We talked about this on Wednesday.
Does not block your fucking IP address if you do it.
But I'll be there. You'll have my $20.
He might just have one stick, but it's a mighty good stick. So look
You'll
out.
enjoy it. You'll
All
enjoy it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, like the whole theme of the show is like
It's like
1994 like hacker shit.
I was gonna say it's 100%. Jamie, make sure I'll holler at Bird Girl out there, and if you're listening, there better be a Hack the Planet poster. I want to see. Come on now, there has to be, right? All right, Jamie.
What do you think, Chris? Do we need a Hack the Planet poster?
Yes.
Probably. I mean, I guess so. That's been
Hack the
spoken.
Planet.
We need DJ to dress up like that douche with the long hair and like skateboard around stealing floppy disks from people.
Yes.
That's what
Oh my
we
God.
need.
Yes.
That would be so good.
And then you can have Kramer and Hartzell dress up like Matthew Lillard, and what's the other guy's name?
That
That other
the
guy.
Matthew Lillard character is serial killer, right? Like that's his like hacker name. Because they all have like hacker names. They
think so,
have real
yeah.
names too, but I think he's.
I don't remember their real. I don't.
yeah,
Did we ever
it's
learn their
Matthew.
real names? We never learned their real names. But anyway,
I don't know. I think they go by their hacker handles because that's something they were convinced that young people did in 1994. By the way, guys, I was alive and around, and I was in computers, and they did not. No one referred to themselves that way. That
But,
would have made you a douche.
100%.
Love that movie though. All right, Jamie, let's get back to wrestling. Next match.
So now we have once brothers in arms going head to head against each other, torn apart. One joined a team that has a guy who kicked you, Walter, in the face. And that's
He's gonna
Justin
block your IP. Look out.
Fowler. Buds, damn you
Gotta
guys.
bring it up.
Going
bro.
against his former tag team partner, Mighty Micah, formerly Thumbs and Buns, now going head to head. I'm looking forward to this one, but I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Howlets.
Is that a question?
That's a question?
It was a question mark.
That was
I
a
said it in
now.
question form.
You did
Howlets?
not say it in a question format. You said Howlets, not Howlets.
Somebody forgot to put a question mark on my teleprompter. Okay, I'm sorry.
You didn't use the California inflection where you know.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So the Howlets, so as we all know on Twitter, Micah's been trying to become a Howlet and failing miserably via the Twitters. But are the
They said a decision was going to be coming on this show, but
yeah.
we don't know where the Howlets are.
I mean, I haven't talked to Hoodie. I don't know if you have, Chris, but last I talked to him at the show, his leg was really fucked up
Right.
after the Reckoning attacked him after
Right.
their match with that night with Sam Beal and Dallas Cade. You'll remember that the Reckoning got involved and
We do.
Hoodie
We
was
do.
already a little gimpy. So
He's always had that bum wheel, and now it's even more bum. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it appeared to be. I haven't heard from him, so
Well.
I'm not sure.
So Micah's expecting an answer, which may or may not be coming. I can't remember if Hoodie tweeted that he's going to get an answer or not. But Thumb versus Bun.
I think it was Anaya that did it. I think it was Anaya.
Was it Anaya? Okay, I couldn't. My apologies there. Apologies to the purveyors of heel shit. I don't want to offend the Howlets, but we have Thumb versus Bun. A very intriguing match. Fowler's got an edge now. Yeah, he's got resting angry face anyway, and now he's kind of put it together in this whole reckoning or whatever they're called. Faction. And Micah, I tell you what, Micah last show he started showing a little edge to himself too. So I think that on paper one might look and say, well, Fowler, right? But I wouldn't count Mighty Micah out, honestly. He was done dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah. Go ahead, Walter.
Go for it, Chris. No, I talk too much. You go.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I know Mike is anxious to get in there, and I know Fowler has his own reasons for wanting to get at Micah. So
this is a mutual thing. They both wanted this match.
I know for a fact Fowler does. I know that Micah is wrapped up in trying to get this Howless thing off the ground. It's been a couple months now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But
I mean, here's the thing you can say is that you know for sure that Fowler has backup.
Yeah.
right.
100%.
100% know that Fowler has backup. Whether Micah has backup or not is a question.
Right.
So, if nothing else, let's give it up for Micah for having the guts to put himself in a situation that can easily turn into a 3-on-1 again.
Right.
Because that's the situation he found himself in last month.
Right.
But, Micah's not going to back down from
I don't know. Big thumbs up to
that.
you, Micah.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
But I will promise you guys, I'm just forewarning. I should just forewarn you. Since Fowler is now a part of the Reckoning, and he is a part of Jeremy Wyatt's faction.
You don't got to tell us what you're about to tell us because I already know the gimmick.
Yep. He's a part of it now. He's going to get it.
I know. Oh, I know it.
I'm not going to say the words. I'm not going to say
the words.
That
horse over there is dead and decaying, and you are still beating on it.
I'm committed.
Welcome to my world, Chris. Like, you've only been a part of this for what? Just about a year now, just under a year, right? It's been going on for 5 years now. Is that where we're at, Jamie?
He's not just beating the dead horse. He's in full mount, and he's just
is going.
No. He's gone far beyond that.
This is a zombie horse 3 years ago, dude.
Yeah, he's brought dark eldritch magic in to reanimate the horse as a,
and then killed the horse again, and then brought the horse back, and then killed the fucker again.
It's full reanimator shit at this point. Yeah. But let's consider this. I'm going to throw something out there for you guys.
Okay.
The other thing you have to consider is I would be really, really scared of Justin Fowler. He's not Buns of Steel anymore, Jay Fowler. He is Justin Fowler. He's going by his name.
Okay.
Because he has a lot to prove still to Wyatt, and you have to know that that's not the healthiest place by which their relationship is built on its foundation.
That's a very valid
and I'm very worried about the level that he will go to prove that he belongs. And honestly, would you trust either of those guys? And I'm not just saying that for personal reasons. What will he be willing to do to prove his loyalty to them?
You know what he'll do? He'll do? Texas Cloverleaf.
He's from Iowa, though.
If you just
move like an Iowa Cloverleaf.
He's from
Figure 4.
He's trying to find a replacement, Which
I know what he's trying to do.
But the thing is, if that becomes the new thing, then that's the thing, and then it's the same thing at the end of the day. Anyway,
I've already said I will move on. I will move on as soon as I get it, and then I'll move on, and it won't even be a submission. I promise you.
I'm gonna make a scramble match end with it just so it stops.
Yeah. Please, promise.
Anything, just whatever you do, please do.
But you see what I'm. But you guys see what I'm saying.
I agree with you 1,000% because
you see what I'm saying.
It's almost
it's a dangerous situation.
It's not the best analogy, but it's like a violence cult. It's like you gotta. It's like getting into a gang. It's got a very heavy gang, attitude to it. About justifying your violence to get in, right? So, well, we got love for Micah. Hopefully he don't die.
I will say this: if you guys remember the match that he had against Christian Rose, when Christian Rose was a worse version of himself years ago, Christian Rose tried to kill Micah. Christian Rose gave him a crucifix power bomb from the outside onto the apron. Not even a regular pop-up power bomb style, but the crucifix style power bomb.
Right.
Almost took his head off with a big boot. Literally beat that kid within almost an inch of his life. And do you remember what happened when he stood over Micah's basically prone, Micah stumbled to his knees, and he did this.
Thumbs up.
And that's the part of Micah that I'll always remember. So there's no quit in him, and that is the second part that makes me worried. Is
he won't give up. He won't throw the towel, right?
He won't give up. My hope is that, and I'm not saying that he can't beat Fowler, but let's be honest.
The odds are, even if he does beat him, he's going to get beat, right? You know, so is this going to be an Apollo Creed moment or what? I get where you're coming from with that. Yes,
right. But how much damage did Rocky sustain from refusing to just lose to Apollo Creed? Because if you remember, and I only acknowledge Rocky 1, I do not acknowledge the rest of the like.
Really?
Rocky loses. That's the way that Rocky loses. You can talk about like, hey, this undersized guy has all this fight in him, but at the end of the day, he lost. And by losing the way he did, how many years of his life did he take off because he just refused to go down while Apollo Creed just beat the snot out of him?
Still alive, and he's still making movies, so I think he's all right. He hasn't taken that many years off his life.
But we're referring to the actual character.
I know, again, and the actual character is training Apollo Creed's son.
His wife died. You know,
that is true. Actually, those Creed movies are really good. It's really the
talked
Rocky.
About them.
It's really the Rocky 4 and 5, like that we're just gonna agree don't.
Rocky 4 was 100% a like, hey, let's make it Americana, but mainly because they did that for Rambo 3, and it's like 1, 2, and 3 of Rambo. I mean not Rambo. 1, 2, and 3 of Rocky. I'm here for Clubber Lane, Pain. Come on now, it's Mr. T.
Drago.
I'm with you.
And Thunderlips, of course, which is actually the thing that made Hulk Hogan popular. Because I think he was still in the AWA when that happened. I think he was still working for Vern Gagne in Minneapolis. I don't think the big like rock and wrestling Cyndi Lauper shit had happened. Wrestling historians, anybody remember? I don't.
I'm trying to think. It's like,
at least not when it was filmed. I don't think it was. I think it had been filmed before that happened.
He might have like just signed maybe by the time it got released. I think maybe because it was like shortly thereafter. He was right up in it.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah,
shot to the top of the card.
Because Rocky 2 comes out June 15th, 1979. So the Thunderlip stuff happens, or is that in 3?
Rocky 3.
That's in 3.
Rocky 2 is basically Rocky 1, but he wins.
Yes, which is stupid.
I like Rocky 2. I like Rocky 2.
I like the beach scene.
I don't really like. This is going to be blasphemous. I don't really like any of the Rocky movies because the fight choreography is trash. It is so bad. No one blocks a damn punch in those movies. It's so bad. Anyway.
Your logic has no bearings here, sir.
82 is the release date of.
That's what I said. 82.
Yeah, you're right. So
you're the cinephile. You would know.
Yep.
So we don't know if Mike is going to be.
I drink and no thing.
We gotta get back on track.
Yeah, we don't know if Mike is going to be Rocky or Apollo or Thunderlips or whatever. But
well,
please don't die.
How about we move on to something that will 100% be more violent? Can we just go to something that's going to be 100% more violent?
Are we going to do some ultra violence?
Ultra violence. The welcoming wagon that is known as Gary J. It seems like if you're new to Journey Pro, he's your guy typically. He gets Akira, and I'm looking forward to this. They've had past matches. I gotta find it. I have yet to look it up.
Oh, it's worth it. It's good.
Oh my god! Like this match just plucks at the brutality strings hard.
So let's review Gary J's recent trend here, right? You know, into the Blip era, into the Agnus era. We had Masha, which is that's one of the. I'm sorry, Gary J and Masha is one of the matches I probably always remember seeing live. That's amazing. Masha slammed.
Yeah, JDX before that too.
Oh yeah, sorry, JDX, Masha, and then we go in. We got Shaza McKenzie, Effie. And that Effie Gary J match, I will always remember. Now we're getting Akira. Who did he have last month? I forgot who he got last month.
Is the commission.
Is the commission.
Take on the commission.
Oh, he is on the commission. Okay, yeah.
Jalistico.
Took
Yeah.
on 4 guys.
Yeah,
Basically.
Yeah.
pretty much. But he's fought them. He's been involved with them before. But like I said, so you get just get all of them. You get Masha, you get Shaza, Effie, now Akira. Look what is Gary just likes to fight. I love this so damn much.
Both these guys just love to fight, and so they're gonna. I was wondering if my my tweet was too silly because I was like, I don't even know what to say about this. And I was like, ouch, and I was like, oh, ouch. Okay, these guys are gonna ouch each other into oblivion. But yeah, the like I think they've had a pit fight before, and they've done a bunch of stuff. This is just they're going to beat the hell out of each other, but this is no death match or any of that kind of stuff.
But it's also not going to be a typical, just in by the book catch wrestling match. It's going to get violent. So.
Yeah.
Is this no DQ or falls count anywhere or anything like that?
I pitch this on our weekly podcast every Thursday here on Total Spotfest, guys. I pitch that I would love to see this be the first match to spill out of Agnus. Falls count anywhere with these two would be amazing.
That's a very big building to not people to see what happens if they go outside.
It's a long way to go to follow the match. I understand that. And that's why it probably won't happen. And I could totally
they don't have like a jumbotron or anything to follow it. So.
It's fantasy booking. Okay.
So
one day maybe, but
yeah, one day.
I don't think we have the range on the wireless card for the camera. So we would actually only have the recorded feed.
Right.
The stream would lose it too.
We'll get a projector one day and have a little screen over there by the end. We'll figure it all out. Anyway, not now.
That does not fix the issue that I just brought up.
It does not. No.
We can broadcast a blank screen to you that says no signal if you want.
Okay. We're not doing it today, Fix. I'm just doing it anyway. It'd be cool. I know it's not going to happen, but it's going to get violent. It's going to go all over the place, and so
it is.
That's
well, Walter's take on what Gary is at, and think about what last match told you, and where Gary's progression is Gary's style is leaving him sort of prone. Gary doesn't have any friends, but he's getting more and more enemies, basically, all the time.
Right.
And it's going to become harder and harder for Gary to go this way, because now, especially since Gary doesn't give a shit about rules, that he made that very clear when it comes with the commission, that means that opens the door for everybody to fuck with him.
Yeah.
So, the violence is catching up to Gary. It's getting harder and harder. Let's be honest, dude still got it, and
he's not going anywhere. But he did tweet out about a week or so ago about not taking a step back, but just evaluating things. It sounded to me like he's admitting that, hey, my body can break, and you need to breathe a little bit between the ultra violence. That's what I read into it. I don't know what you thought, Jamie, but.
Yeah, I kind of got the same tone, which is good. He's getting reflective in his head.
Yes.
So let's talk about the next match, gentlemen.
No.
You have
Yeah.
You have the tweens. Yeah, you have the tweens. Because not only are they the younger tag team, but they're also kind of flirting between face and heel a little bit, especially on their last match. And that is the Premier going against the Grindhouse.
You wanted to say Besties so bad. That's not their name anymore.
I did, but that's not them, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them their respect. And it's the Grindhouse, Matt Fitchett and Davey Vega.
Vega.
Vega hasn't been here since Weekend at Journeys, and Fitchett. Fitchett was
been here
COVID?
since they did the last show before COVID. It was the beginning of the tag team tournament, the first tag team tournament, right, Walter?
Yeah.
That's the last time they were together in Journey Pro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who was that match against? Was that Thumbs and Buns, actually?
That was Thumbs and Buns, as a matter of fact.
It was Thumbs and Buns. Because I remember I kept yelling "touch his ass" to
No.
Vega, and he looked over.
No, we started with the touch his dick because before we had a person who's we don't want to talk about, one of the more recent shows before that, and so we did touch his dick, and then you silence, and it was Vega, I think, that looks at you. You just fuck off, and then you start doing a touch his ass chant, and they beat them, and then I remember they did like the whole speech thing about how they're committed and they're here for Journey Pro. They want to be the tag team champions, and then COVID hit.
That sounds about right. That sounds about how that went.
Well, a lot of things went. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the premiere, I'm having trouble remembering the last time they lost, either as a 6-man tag or just Campbell and Soup.
Because they beat the Wasteland War Party.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They beat GPA and Laney last month.
Yeah.
They beat that.
They were in a
they beat the Howlets.
They were in a 6-man against like Sarish, Gingel, and Langley.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can't remember.
They won the Christmas Scramble. They didn't win that, but they didn't lose it either.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Darian won that, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
I don't know when the last time I remember seeing them
at least lose together.
They're on a hot streak. So they, they're going up against a team that is like well established and is like very familiar with Journey. And they're, making their return.
Mm-hmm.
Reminding everyone who they are,
They're very different from the last time we saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Yeah, the Grindhouse they got much more of an edge than their previous named gimmick. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, besties in the world, Grindhouse. Yeah, a little different.
A little different.
Yeah, but that should be. I'm a big tag team fan, and that should be a very, very good match.
100%. And then you also announced a second tag team match right after this, and that is the Reckoning of Jeremy Wyatt and Luke Langley going up against what team I'm calling Perm Metal, and that is Sam Beal and Dallas Cade.
Say it again.
Perm Metal, like hair metal, but since his hair's a perm metal.
Because it goes together, because the M and the M.
He goes perm. Yeah, he says it says you're taking a break in between those syllables, but you very much did it. Per metal.
I
don't know. That's terrible. It's terrible.
So I'll say this: like the last time Sam and Dallas, when they faced off against Hoodie and Anaya, the Howlets, they put on a pretty good show. I mean, they never teamed together, and they did pretty well. And so they're, I mean. I know that Sam's not wild about Dallas, but they did all right.
It's one of those things. There's a little rocky chemistry. We've seen this throughout wrestling history, though, right? The two people that don't always necessarily 100% get along become a good tag team together, right?
The Mega Powers.
Oh God, shut up with that. First of all, the Mega Powers doesn't play into this scenario because they were always super face and it didn't matter. I'm talking like you had like most recently WWD the Arcade Bro, right? But you had like Mankind and Kane, or Mankind and Rock, excuse me, Kane.
The Rock and Sock.
Yeah, Rock and Sock. You had
hell no, to your point.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Kane is what I mean. That's what I'm getting at. The people that didn't quite and then became a good unit together. I see that sort of vibe here because Dallas seems to be down with it and cool with it. Sam definitely is not the biggest Dallas fan, but to your point, they look good together.
And we may just see a high-angled Boston Crab. We may.
You may, yeah.
High-angled Boston Crab half turn in, you mean?
Half turn in. Sit down.
Yeah.
They'll definitely be requested.
If you chant that, I will lose my shit.
You won't be
from 500 miles away. You'll might hear me. High angle Boston Crab half turn down with it.
Well,
I think
it's interesting because
Permetal's a horrible name.
Like Sam Beal is sort of like they're very, very similar in terms of like in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
and including as wrestling style. And one of the things that you can see is that Sam is both the upside and potentially the downside of what Dallas Cade could become. Like, he's distractible and arrogant, but he's also like incredibly talented, wicked strong. Like, will Sam influence Dallas to be like him in a good way or in a bad way?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's deep.
And could Dallas bring out the good in him?
That's
Maybe.
the other side of that question. Is, does Dallas have the ability to unlock Sam's like potential? Because I think we can all agree that if we were playing a video game, that Sam Beal's potential is well into the 90s. Like, he's got that he's got that A potential. Like, and honestly, he's closer to meeting it than not. Like, he's an incredible talent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying he's either going to be an apprentice or a Padawan.
I don't know what the difference between those.
Yeah, that's the
Apprentice.
same thing.
No, apprentice is the Sith side because they don't do Padawans. Padawans are only on the Jedi side.
No, I see.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Don't know the difference. And I'm like, really?
Sure.
That was like
Yeah,
the clearest reference I've ever heard
absolutely.
in my life.
I just don't. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I apologize.
The Force is not strong with you.
Yeah.
I apologize.
We will teach you the way because this is the way. So
There's literally a Star Wars poster in my shop. And I have failed. I'm such a poser, apparently. Which is why Leia is like shooting me with the blaster.
I got a lightsaber sitting on my couch right behind me. So
Yeah.
I have a little permanent reminder. So I mean, there's that. But I think that at the end of the day, though, you look at this match, and I think the real question is it going to matter? Because as much as we hate to even admit this, I mean, Langley and Wyatt, they're hot and they're deadly. They're dangerous. And we saw last time, they work well together.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And they have a really great entrance song.
Oh, the entrance song is fantastic. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Destroy.
Yes.
Destroy. It's such a good entrance song.
I apologize, Walter, but that entrance song is phenomenal.
I feel like we're just turning the knife on Walter right now.
No,
we're talking Metallica here, man. Come on.
Here's the thing. Honestly, Jeremy said some things to me in the ring that really stuck with me, which is what do we really accomplish by firing him? If we fire him, then that proves that he was right.
It does, unfortunately.
There are better ways to beat people than by just getting rid of your problems. And Jeremy has proven that he's almost impossible to beat. However, for the first time in Journey Pro history within the last couple months, I have video evidence, and I was there to prove that he is not completely impossible to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw what happened when the energy of the Journey Pro family turned and the lights went out, and we saw what's possible. And you know for a fact that Jeremy, as good as he is, I would never say this to his face without running away, but that's got to be in his craw. That's got to be a little bit in his craw there, that he knows that he was vulnerable. Like somebody found the 1 meter exhaust vent.
I mean, I think good rebound there. I appreciate that, Walter.
Yeah, no problem.
I think that for the same reason, he really has in the past 3.5 years, I want to say, he really has 2 times that he has lost. He lost the St. Louis Anarchy. He lost to Gary J. Their third match, and then he lost to Christian Rose here in the inaugural Junior Pro Championship. And
there is a third loss in the territory that is sort of easy to forget, but he faced Fred Yehai in a 16-minute Iron Man match, and he lost.
Yes, I totally forgot about that for a second there. But
that wasn't really a journey, and it wasn't for any titles.
I mean,
it was a charity show in front of no fans, and he
Jeremy is a man that holds a grudge. Walter knows this better than anybody, unfortunately, and
Chris
Chris.
also knows
Both
it
of you,
very well.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but he holds a grudge, and I think in ring capability wise, I agree with you 100% there, Walter. What does firing accomplish? Well, how about making him face his demons in the ring, knowing that he's not the champion? Because if it happened once, it can happen again.
Yep.
He's an S tier wrestler. Like, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, he certainly is.
And he's a D level person.
Langley would really appreciate that S tier ranking thing you just threw out there. Because he was a diamond dog at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Yes. All right. So you just actually, as of this, announced one other match so far.
Yeah.
And this one, I love it. It just came out of left field, and I am here for it. And that is Moonshine Mantell going against the returning Charlie Bravo.
Carly Bravo.
Carly Bravo.
You pronounce it. You say Charlie. It's pronounced Carly.
Mm.
Oh, Carly Bravo.
Yes, with a C. There's no H in there. It's just a CA.
Oh, I thought it was always Charlie Bravo because I thought like it was
Because
like
of the
thing,
military thing, you're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see. But yes.
It's Carly.
Yep,
Yeah, I did it too initially. I called him Charlie Bravo, and it's like, oh no, it's Carly.
Carly Bravo. Let's try that again. It's Carly Bravo versus Moonshine Mantell. Crushed it.
Yeah. Go ahead there, JJ.
Is this the time that you want to be facing Moonshine Mantell? He cannot be in a good mood. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He never is, but
yeah, he's kind of a grump. Yeah, I can't say that that's a good idea, but Carly said he wanted an opportunity. So,
okay.
when somebody wants an opportunity, you're like, all right, yeah, sure. Come on by.
We know what Carly is capable of.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be a great match.
I mean, this
Conflict of styles for sure.
Conflict of styles, but Carly's got strength and meanness to him. I mean, on the surface, you look at that and you're like, oh, Moonshine, he's going to kill him. But everybody, you would do that if you didn't know with Kenny Alfonso too, right? Carly, right. Marine, who has done boxing or MMA. I can't remember which one he's done. But in mixed martial arts of some sort, and tougher than the tail of tape between the two would suggest. How about that?
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the
Does
size
Carly
difference.
have a legitimate military background? I'm sorry, Chris. I meant to ask that.
Yes. That's
Okay,
why they're the infantry.
So he and Kenny both actually have military backgrounds. I don't know how many of you knew about that.
You heard it here first. Known
Kenny
Texan
Alfonso.
Moonshine Mantell hates the military.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Moonshine hates the troops, is what you just said.
Yeah.
And being from Texas, that's
not gonna go over well, I don't think.
No,
okay.
I mean,
I'll make sure I release this ahead of the actual episode. So
there's a theme that I see running here throughout Journey Pro that I'm going to throw out to you guys, and I wonder if you've kind of noticed this too. Between what the Reckoning is doing and between who Moonshine has wrestled and like kind of the thing, you see a lot of the new generation of pro wrestling these like established guys who've been around for a while.
Right.
And
it's
an interesting dynamic.
A passing of the torch of sorts, but maybe
they don't. I mean, these guys don't pass torches.
They don't pass. I mean, trying to get the torch patched.
Right. The torch has to pass itself. They're not passing. They're not going to pass shit.
Well,
they literally will have to take the torch from their cold, dead hands.
Right.
But that's an interesting. A lot of the stylistic change you're talking about is in that regard. And honestly, like even Rose and frontman Jaw, even Rose,
right?
Like you see this theme repeating over and over again.
Yeah.
So
I think it's interesting.
It's good food for thought.
this is all you guys have announced as of the time of us recording, but the super sleuth in me has learned to pay attention to the graphics.
And for those of you listening, you probably already know the rest of these announcements, but we're going to play the game of we don't know yet because we record this ahead of time. So, Jamie, what have you found?
Embarrass yourselves. Go for it.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is all Jamie.
terrible.
I'm not even looking at the graphic.
But so in the graphic, you see some
I'm not going
names
to be there, remember?
on the sides. You see names on the sides, and two of them have not been announced yet, and one of them's Darian Bankston.
Okay.
I see that name because right underneath that's Gary J, who was announced, and then right across from that was Masha Slamovich, who was announced. But then right above that, it says Zicky Dice.
Weird.
So where are you seeing these names? I am looking at this graphic. I do not see
Look
any
at the
names.
just look at the graphic and look at whoever. Just pick a graphic, doesn't matter, and look at the name directly above the person on the right.
Look at the
Oh,
background.
one of the matched announced graphics. I'm looking at like the logo graphic of the big
Not the
mine.
poster.
Okay,
Not the
I'll look at the poster. Okay, yeah.
Look at the poster. Look at the matchup graphics with the
I'm with you. I'm not going to be there anyway. Who cares?
with the internet behind it.
I see what you're saying now, Jamie. Okay.
Yeah. So I won't get to that just yet, but we'll announce a couple other things.
Okay.
I'll let you know that there's definitely another Tasty Mix scramble.
Guys, tasty mix.
Yay!
Congratulations, Walter. I'm finally getting your dream named match.
Hell yeah.
And we have two more things to announce. And Walter, I haven't received any emails about this or a letter or anything yet, but I did receive a DM that just said that the commission has an open challenge.
Yay.
So that's something. I mean, we can't do anything. They're the fucking commission, so.
Yep.
They're not your
That
boss.
tells me that somebody's acting on their behalf because I know the commission doesn't know how to use a computer.
Right.
They didn't send it via they didn't send it via carrier pigeon.
Right.
They don't have any friends either. They might have a couple buddies with no friends.
Well,
Right. And then the last match that has already been announced by the time this is happening, but you guys don't know about this.
We don't know.
Is Darian Bankston versus Zicky Dice.
There you go. Everybody listening's already like, yeah, we know that. It was announced.
Yeah, we know that already.
But we don't know that. We just find this out for the first time. So
but they did know it. He kind of
He knew that they were in there. He just didn't know what the plan was.
how it would unfurl. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Bankston been red hot since 78 weeks, really, and
just beat Cheeseburger.
I mean,
And
hell of a
again,
good
to
showing
your
in the
point,
tournament.
Old guard, new guard.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Zicky will also be streaming Free Your Mind from his Twitch channel as well.
Yeah, take that, Walter. If you block my IP, I'll just go on to his. Always a backup plan.
Well, we'll get that sorted out.
Damn you both. All right.
Make sure we nix all of that.
I'll just log into the stream and fill your feed with stupid ass animations.
He'll spam my whisper box until it crashes. Watch it,
Oh, I'll write a script to do that. Guys, that's a very big piece of disappointment to me is I made some sweet code jokes and I think I went too high concept with the promotion on the poster. Because it did not hit on social media when I did the HTML and PHP code. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was funny.
I liked the HTML code. I did. I didn't see the PHP one.
I did a couple of them. It was working. I went too far.
Okay.
I flew too close to the sun.
Best laid plans.
I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. 10 likes later, I'm like, okay, that didn't work. I think people thought I just copied and pasted on accident from some bullshit place. Like, no, I would take careful consideration to
code,
write the
Joe.
shitty code. Yeah, and it
That's
worked with the shitty internet theme.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean,
Should have went binary.
oh, because that went.
Yeah, God, can you imagine how many characters that would take?
Fair. Because you
Twitter
got
can't do
147.
Yeah, an amazing card, Chris.
That's a
well done.
very loaded card.
I feel
Lots
like there's
of great
more.
stuff. It sounds like there could be more.
I mean,
Who's
how
in the
many
tasty
matches is
mix?
that?
I mean, that's
Oh,
going to be a
who's in the tasty
surprise.
mix?
Did you? Yeah. Have
I'm
you
not
already
telling
announced that?
No, nope, sure haven't.
All
right.
secrets?
So
We like. I think I like this. This nobody knows who's in the tasty mix until they're walking out. Unless we have maybe a special type of tasty mix scramble where it's not the it's a bunch of really well known people. Then maybe we'll announce all those names. But
okay.
I kind of like keeping it a mystery until a mystery tasty mix, if you will, until the showtime.
Like maybe Abaddon?
I probably wouldn't put Abaddon in a scramble, but I'm no doctor, but I would not do that.
What's the biggest name that's ever been in the either the Journey Through Scramble or the Tasty Mix? You guys have been to most shows, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Allie was in one.
Alley Catch, yeah.
Cat.
She was in one.
That's back when she was Alley Cat.
Yeah, and that was actually immediately. Rose was in that one, and that was the month after he faced Shotzi. Shotzi got knocked to the very bottom of the card.
Wow.
And he came out and he won that one with her in it. That also had 2D. That also had 2D Lynn in it.
Okay.
So,
Laney Luck has been in a few.
I do not believe Laney has ever been in a Scramble or Tasty.
She was in at least one. I do remember her in at least one.
I don't think so.
She was in a. You're thinking of a multi-women's match.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
She was in a couple of triple threats or.
It was like a quad. It was a 4-way, if I remember right.
Yeah, she's been in a few of those, but she's never. She was never in the Scramble or the Tasty Mix. But
I'm gonna go.
I think the bigger names are over at Kansas.
They definitely were, because I'm trying to think of.
That's where this is when everything we mentioned was a Kansas for sure to this point.
Yeah, because I'm thinking all the scrambles we've had.
We only had one scramble at Agnus. We had a couple at Blip.
Right.
Moonshine's been in it. Moonshine was in one at Blip as a surprise.
Yeah, JJ Garrett's been in quite a few.
He was in a bunch. He was in a bunch.
Bigson's won a bunch.
Bigston won like 3 of them.
I know.
Yeah,
we get
a lot of that's where Thumbs and Buns came from. Was from the scramble, because you'll remember they both pinned opponents simultaneously, and the reward for that one was title matches. So Jeremy Wyatt went back to back with Buns and Micah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And after that, they were a team.
Memories of Kansas. That was a fun time we had at Kansas. It was. But I'm more excited for the times to be had at Agnus. I think that, because it is such a blank slate too, and we're slowly figuring out some air conditioning type things for this weekend. So that should be good, because it's going to be a hot one. Bring your own chair still. Chairs are still in China, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yes. I'm about to just ask for a refund.
I was gonna say, yeah. But
I heard from other people that are in the same boat. Other promotions have been waiting for Pipe and Drake from China for like 4 months.
Good God. Is there one place everybody orders their chairs from, or?
Yeah.
I mean, it's and Shanghai is like really COVID ridden. That's the.
Oh, is it?
And they don't fuck around with if they get any like COVID in China.
Which I get.
Down entirely. But
cool.
Yeah, Chris and I have talked about this, so I guess it's a good time to reveal it. We're referring to this as Agnus rules. Agnus rules are bring your own chair, because honestly, even after we get the chairs and we have a full assortment, so many people have expressed how much they love bringing their own chairs that's going to be a standing rule forever.
All right, I'm a big guy, so I like having my big comfy chair.
Yeah, and honestly, like it's just so much more likely that you have a chair that's comfortable for you and you feel good sitting in for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all hail Agnus rules, everybody.
Agnus
are you-
rules.
Agnus rules are you can always bring your own chair.
It's a great thing about having your own place. You can do whatever the F you want.
Yep, bring your own chair. We're cool with it. I think it's fun. I think it looks interesting. I think that the one thing we got to do is so many people went into Agnus rules that we actually didn't use our chairs at all. So we're going to try to mix it up so that you don't have to sit behind empty chairs. Empty chairs don't have priority over you. If you bring your own chair, you can move that chair into an existing spot where a chair is.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the fact
awesome.
Minus the front row, obviously, those have special tickets where
right, the front row you have
Yeah.
that, and then if you have chairs left over, you have them available. So if anybody comes in, it's like, oh, I didn't bring a chair. Well, we have a chair for you.
we have
you know?
chairs.
Yep.
We have chairs.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. We're going to still put them out there, as Chris said, because otherwise the entire like seating arrangement gets way too like chaotic.
Yeah,
You
which
have to get some sort of structure.
it was, and I'm not gonna lie, that was the one thing I would say about when we were at the ball field down in Edwardsville.
Yeah.
I for some reason I keep messing up the city. Is that because of that we were a little bit, there was a couple areas where people were trying to keep like structure. For the most part though we were kind of a mishmash of chaoticness, which is fun and cool in one breath. But I get what you're saying there. You want to at least steer people and like, hey, these are go like here, go like here. Yeah. Cool.
We want people to not just be comfortable, but also safe. And
Right.
and if things get too like difficult, because honestly, people will want to get up and go to the bathroom or get food or things like that, and you don't want to end up being like with them like entirely trapped in by like ill considerations. So
Right.
I think eventually, as long as we make sure that there are consistent markings for like where aisles should be, then that'll become really evident. Like, okay,
Yeah.
don't put your shit in the aisle.
Right.
Basically, don't put your chair in this area so that people can get out.
Lay down some tape that defines like the aisles, and everything else is fair game.
Oh yeah, those people will still absolutely violate that if we do that.
I'll probably violate that.
Yeah, as long it's taken what 3 shows now, and we're almost getting to the point where you can stop people from parking in the ADM lot.
Almost.
Almost. So we have a solution for that, and I'm going to announce that to your listeners as well. And I talked to Chris about this as well. We're going to put this up on the website. When you come to, even though it'll still be called Agnus, just put 1327 Kansas Avenue into your GPS, not Agnus. And that will take you to where the parking lot and the entrance is. The problem is that everybody drives in from wherever they put in Agnus Avenue, and it takes
And they're
them
on
to
that side.
to
And
the
there's
ADA
the
entrance.
parking lot. Right, yeah.
Yes, and they see the parking lot. So that's something we're going to try to keep pushing is Kansas Avenue, which is literally that next road to the west. You've seen it. You've crossed it. You know where it's at. That's where it lives. And that parking lot there is the right place to go. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Agnus.
Go show this Friday. The building is on. It's called Agnus, or the JPA.
still
We could just keep going to that too.
The Hall of Journey.
Hall of Journey.
Ooh, I like Hall of Journey.
It's the Journey for a reason.
1327 Kansas Avenue, Kansas, Missouri. Put that in. Put that on your phones and your GPS and your cars. Tickets are still available. Front row sold out. I'm certain, right? Okay, just double checking to make. I don't know if you have some returns, but front row sold out. Tickets are still available though. Not a bad seat in the house because you get to bring your own seat. Agnus rules are in effect.
Agnus rules apply.
So you're joining this Friday. Please come join us. I am terribly bummed that I'm going to miss it, but such is life. All right. I know everybody's saying, well, if only the Spotfest guy who didn't yell Lion Tamer every 5 minutes was not going to be the one missing, that'd be better. But whatever.
You know how many fans will come up to me and go, "I hate it when you do that." I'm like, I know. That's why I do it. I'm committed. I didn't say it either. By the way, I'm not the one who said it on this show.
I'm not gonna be there anyway. I mean,
Both of you.
I'm already getting a whole city's IP blocked, apparently. So I mean,
yeah, good job, man.
how much further?
It's an entire area. It's all of North.
Okay, so it's all Texas. It's just sorry. I'm
No,
sorry,
not
North
all
Texas.
of Texas, just North Texas. I'm not a monster.
Just North Texas.
I'm not blocking Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Waco, or El Paso. Just Dallas, Fort Worth. Just the DFW CMSA.
Feels right.
How many people can live there? It's
Just like 4.5 or 5
7
million.
million.
You know.
Yeah. Major.
Yeah.
Major.
All right. So Walter, Chris, thank you guys for giving us some of your
Thank
time
you guys.
here. I got links down below for everything. Journey Pro is Twitch, Journey to Anarchy. Also, I'll put on down there Zicky Dice. If you prefer, you can watch his, I guess. But Journey to Anarchy, subscribe to both if you don't follow both if you don't already. Journey Pro KC is the Twitter handle. It's all everything. We have the KC. Oh my God, Kansas City Wrestling School.
Academy.
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 Sorry, I'm gonna Kansas City KC Wrestling Academy. Chris has got his links over there. If rabbits could fly on Instagram because he doesn't do Twitter because he's a weirdo. I don't know.
I mean,
he does.
I do, but I'm not on there, so don't worry about it.
Just don't worry about it there. But anyway, follow all the things. Anything else you guys want to plug? Anything you guys want to talk about the show or in general whatsoever? Walter, Chris, please have at it.
Come and have fun. It's going to be amazing.
Yes. Come and have fun. Buy tickets in advance if you can, because I don't know. This card's kind of crazy. I don't know what I don't know what our capacity, if we'll get up to capacity. So just make sure you get your tickets early, and if you can't make it, watch it on Twitch, Journey to Anarchy, or on Zicky Dice's channel as well. However you want to watch it. But yeah, just come and have fun with us. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, come on out and come check it out. It's a good time.
100%.
And yell things at people. And do chants. Like, this match fucks. Like, you're going to hear that a lot.
Yep.
And this is awesome. And fight forever. They're going to happen.
Yep, there'll be beverages. There'll be a bar there. You can get some merch. Meet some of these wrestlers. There'll be some sort of edible option of sorts, right? I know you guys are trying to keep that mixed up.
Yes, there will be guys sandwiches and chips again.
They're gonna be back. Okay, very good, very good. So
Guys is our partner. That's it. That's what we're gonna have for food every time.
So
As long as it's an Agnus.
Okay, so that's official now. They are part of the family. I know they were kind of like, sort of, but they're sponsoring a match for God's sake. I mean, they should be. So,
Yes.
Duh, JJ. So they'll get some food. There'll be, beverages, water, lots of good fun. All right.
Yep.
So
See the entire AEW security team.
Yeah.
we made mention of that. I don't know if you watched our last episode, Walter, but it was great because it was Wardlow versus Journey Pro, St. Louis Anarchy, Glory Pro All Stars. It just hey, watch your favorite local wrestlers die.
Yeah. Yep. Watching a large company forget how pinfalls work.
Yes.
Yeah. Throw people over like this. Yeah.
I thought I read Chris's tweet. I thought his brain was going to explode.
That was Walter.
Oh, was that Walter? I couldn't remember which one of you did that.
Yeah.
That was me.
I was watching it later, going, "What in that? What are we doing?"
Yep.
There's no rules. There has to be rules.
Like Outback Steakhouse.
Right.
Well, that's our second chain restaurant reference, so we're going to leave it at that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back every Thursday.
Conditioning there. It's going to be cold in there.
We'll be cold in there. We'll be back every Thursday with our regular scheduled program. Once again, all links down below. But get your tickets in advance. If you can, you can definitely buy them at the door. But try and get your tickets in advance. Go to Agnus, 1327 Kansas Avenue this Friday night, 7 p.m. It's a great time had by all. So that's all I got. Jamie, anything else? And if not, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're down with Total Spot Fest, I have 3 words for you. Free your mind.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Lie Tamer.